Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Lucy, this is Wylder, and today we are going to be doing his 6-month baby update. Okay, I'm going to start this video by apologising for the fact that we look ridiculous. We look silly, don't we? Basically, I got dressed, Rich got Wylder dressed, and it's not actually until I sat down to film this and I saw myself in the viewfinder that I realised how incredibly coordinated we are today, kid. I mean, we look amazing, except we don't. We look ridiculous, but I couldn't be bothered to go and change because I've just got everything set up, so you're going to have to accept the fact that we look ridiculously coordinated today because we're cool like that. Anyway, where are we at with Wylder at 6 months? Well, I feel like he turned 6 months a few days ago and so much has changed in the last few days. It is actually ridiculous. So let me go back a little bit and kind of go through stuff in more of a sort of chronological order, I guess. So the last time I did an update, I did a 2 to 3 month, I'm sure it was a 2 to 3 month update. And I was talking about the fact, I was talking about where we were doing with sleep and feeding and all that kind of thing. At 4 months, Wylder had completely, basically cracked sleeping through the night. He was going to bed at about 8, 8:30, sleeping through till anything between 6:30 and 7:30 in the morning. We felt like we had nailed life. This went on for probably about a month. And then we hit that 4-month sleep progression. So this was obviously like between 3 months and 4 months we had this nailed. He hit, just after he turned 4 months, we had a bit of a regression. All my babies have hit the 4-month sleep regression. It's a bit of a well-known thing. And I kind of went, you know what, we'll ride it out. It's fine, all the others have done this. He hit the 4-month sleep regression, has got gradually worse from that point on. Now what's going on here might be something to do with it. He appears to have been teething for forever. So he started teething months ago and I thought he's clearly going to be another one of these ones to have his teeth quite early. Still nada in the teeth department, but my goodness, are we chewing everything in sight? Anything he can get to into his mouth and chew on, he is there. And I think it might be the teeth that are bugging him at night. I do obviously have the wonder of experience on my side this time. But I have also been dipping into, there is a Channel Mum sleep course with the Channel Mum health visitor who's called Maggie, and she's done a lovely course and they've done all sorts, they've broken down all sorts of issues to do with sleep. They've talked about the 4-month sleep progression and how you kind of ride it out. They've talked a little bit about sleep training. I don't feel like I'm ready to attempt sleep training with Wylder just because I don't feel like the problems that we're having are that significant. We're kind of dealing with them. I'm just happy to ride it out as it is at the moment. But I have taken on board a lot of the things that she has said about sort of consistent bath and bedtime routines. So while we were kind of giving him a bath and bed, it wasn't always at the same sort of time every day and it wasn't consistent. If things were mad, sometimes the bath got dropped. But I have been very religious lately about making sure that we put him in the bath about the same sort of time, and then he has his pyjamas on and that he has his feed in here in the dark at the same sort of time to kind of keep things consistent, to have those good sort of sleep associations and good sleep behaviours. And I'm also using those same sort of things at night, so I'm trying to keep the consistency, not interacting too much when he's up in the night and just kind of cracking on with getting back to bed again, and that does definitely seem to be helping. So if you are having sleep issues with your 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 14-month-old, I would definitely recommend giving those videos a watch, because even as a 4th timer, there are things that I need to be reminded about every now and again. So I found that really helpful. Basically, yeah, we're just at a horrendous place with sleep at 6 months old. I know it kind of feels like I'm probably like glossing over this. I am finding it tricky, but at the same time, I'm actually, in a weird sort of way, not that bothered about it, because Everly was a terrible sleeper until she was about 9 months old, and I kind of feel like, I don't know if it's the wonder of experience, I kind of know eventually he's going to sleep through the night, and actually he's not too much of a problem with it in that he wakes up, I give him a quick 5-10 minute feed and then he goes back to bed again. So he's not keeping us up and he's not crying or creating or causing loads of trouble. He just wakes up, has a quick snack, goes back to bed. So it's not ideal, but I'm dealing with it. Development wise, he is now rolling around. He actually rolled for the first time at my nan's house, which I basically think she's going to be dining out on for life. We'd gone to go and spend the day with her. She actually wasn't feeling too well, and I'd kind of, the older two were at school, and I'd kind of palmed Quinn off because I didn't really want to take her because my nan was feeling a little bit fragile. But I took him along, and he is obviously a really good distraction when you're not feeling too great. And yeah, he decided to roll in the middle of the floor, and she's basically told everybody that she knows since her great-grandson decided to roll on her lounge floor, and that's basically made her day. So well done, mate, like, in case she didn't love you enough already. So yep, we're rolling around. In the last few days, he's actually got really strong with sitting up more. So we did buy him a jumperoo. He is my first baby to have a jumperoo because we never had a room for a jumperoo when the other three were tiny. But we have picked him one up and he loves it, and he's like bouncing in that thing whenever he gets the chance. And I don't know whether that's also helped him to kind of build up that kind of core strength. So he has been kind of holding himself a little bit more when you support him. And literally yesterday, like a little bit of the day, but mainly yesterday and today, he has nailed it. I mean, you wouldn't leave him on his own, and you would surround him with cushions, but he can sit, and if he's sort of concentrating, and he does have to put his hands down at the moment. It's kind of more like a tripod, but he's sitting up, which is really exciting. And because he's sitting up, this morning, so what is he, like 6 months and a few days old, we have given him some first solids. So I know the jewellery is always out on solids, and when is the time to introduce them? With all of mine, I've waited till 6 months. With Quinn, I started her at 6 months, and actually she really wasn't ready to eat properly until she was 7 months old. Whereas with Dylan and Everly, I kind of did it by the calendar, and they turned 6 months, and it was like their half birthday celebration was that they had some food. With him, I kind of was thinking in my head, I'm gonna wait for those readiness signs. He is picking up anything in sight and putting it to his mouth. As I said, he's sitting up quite sort of strongly now. He does need to be supported a tiny bit, but he is very strong in himself, and I feel like now is a good time to just give him those first tastes. I'm not going to rush into anything, but this morning he tried out some banana for breakfast, and I would say it was a hit. He, after a couple of mouthfuls, was leaning forward with his mouth open to get some more, so I think he quite liked having some banana for breakfast. What are you doing to my hand? Seriously, I'm like driven in slobber. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. With all the others, I've gone down. With all the others, I've gone down the pureed route, and I will do again. I know lots of people really like baby-led weaning. I just find that for me, for us as a family, that more traditional weaning seems to work better for us. Do get very anxious about the idea of lumps and kind of lumpy food, and I will obviously introduce finger food quite quickly, but for now, I'm definitely, for now, I'm definitely happier giving him some pureed food. What's that, mister? Anyway, I think that is basically all that is new for us. Well, I say all that is new for us. Everything's new for us. Sleep's gone completely wrong, but we are sitting up and we are weaning. So I'm gonna actually wrap it up because I think this little boy is going to lose his rag pretty quickly. What I am just gonna say though, to finish off, is that this little boy is such a delight, aren't you? He is absolutely the apple of everybody's eyes, and I wanted to mention here because I get so many messages from people asking me about fourth babies, people with 3 kids, or people that think they're done at 3 but would like a 4th, or people that really want a 4th, or people that aren't sure about a 4th. And honestly, this kid is the best thing that's happened to our family. Everybody in the family dotes on this little boy. I don't think anybody has ever been so loved and spoiled for attention as this boy is, and I feel like lots of people kind of would argue that when you have a 4th one you don't have as much time for everybody, but I do genuinely feel like this little guy is such a happy little thing, and everybody just loves you, don't they? Everybody loves you. And now that he's getting really communicative, Dylan and Everly and Quinn just can't get enough of him. In fact, sometimes I have to physically manhandle them off of him because I would quite like him to make it to a year with his head attached to his body. But it is brilliant, and anybody that is considering having a 4th baby, this one is the light of our lives. So don't think about it too much. If you think you'd like one, he's ace. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there for today, and I'm gonna take this little boy to go and get some proper chew toys, because honestly, my fingers are like turning into prunes, they're so soggy. And we will see you again for another video very soon, won't we, mister? Say bye. Bye.